Intro music begins, slightly spooky and mysterious, with a hint of Americana. Have you ever looked up at the night sky and seen something you just couldn't explain? A streak of light, a strange glow. Well, on a warm evening in September 1952, a group of boys in the small town of Flatwoods, West Virginia, Sahustat, what started as a night of playing under the stars quickly turned into an encounter that would haunt their town forever. It was just after sunset when the boys, playing on the local school's field, saw a bright, pulsing red object streak across the sky. It seemed to slow down and then drop out of sight, crashing on a nearby hillside owned by a local farmer, G. Bailey Fisher. The boys, filled with a mix of fear and excitement, decided they had to see what it was. Their curiosity got the better of them. They ran to the home of Kathleen May, a local beautician whose 2 sons were among the group. After some convincing, Mrs. May, along with the boys, a 17-year-old National Guardsman named Eugene Lemon, and his dog, all headed up the hill towards the supposed crash site. The air grew thick and heavy as they climbed, and a strange, metallic mist hung in the trees, making their eyes and throats burn. It was a fog, but unlike any they had ever experienced. As they reached the crest of the hill, Lemon's dog started barking ferociously, before suddenly tucking its tail between its legs and bolting back down the path. And then, they saw it. Just ahead, perched in the branches of a large oak tree, was a pulsing ball of red light, and standing on the ground, just below it, was a figure that would be seared into their memories. It was massive, described as being at least 10 feet tall. Its face was a glowing red, and its eyes were like 2 bright, non-blinking searchlights. But the most bizarre feature was its head. It wasn't round or human-like. It was shaped like an ace of spades. The creature's body was a dark, greenish color, seemingly draped in folds of cloth, and it had long, claw-like hands. For a moment, everyone stood frozen in terror. Then, the creature let out a long, shrill hiss, a sound like steam escaping, and began to glide, not walk, directly toward them. That was all it took. Panic erupted. The group screamed and scrambled, tumbling over each other as they fled back down the hill in sheer terror. They didn't stop running until they reached the safety of the home, where they immediately called the sheriff. When the sheriff and a local reporter arrived later that night, the creature was gone. But the evidence of the encounter remained. There was a lingering, nauseating odor, a set of strange tracks on the ground, and an odd, oily residue left on the foliage. 4 days afterward, several members of the group suffered from symptoms consistent with exposure to mustard gas, including nausea and severe irritation to their throats. The story of the Flatwoods Monster, or the Green Monster as it was also called, spread like wildfire. Investigators and ufologists flocked to the small town. Some believe the witnesses saw an alien life form that had crash-landed its ship. Skeptics offered other explanations, suggesting they might have mistaken a large owl, like a barn owl, for the creature. Its silhouette and glowing eyes distorted by fear and the strange atmospheric conditions. The crashing object, they argued, could have just been a meteor, as a meteor shower was visible across several states that night. But for those who were there on that hill, the terror was real. They stand by their story to this day, convinced they came face to face with something not of this world. What do you think they saw? A visitor from another planet? A misidentified animal? Or something else entirely? The mystery of the Flatwoods Monster remains one of West Virginia's most chilling and enduring legends. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into the unknown, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more mysterious dailies. Let me know in the comments what you believe happened that night in Flatwoods. See you next time.